What's up, guys? T5 Administrator here. And I have a little, not a live com. This is just, I just got some gameplay going, and I'm just gonna, pretty much speak about now that MWR and Infinite Warfare are kind of coming to an end. Like, we got the announcement for World War II, and people are pretty hyped about that. And a lot of people aren't really, too excited about these games anymore. I just wanted to do a video stating which game that I enjoyed more in my playtime so far. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with Modern Warfare Remastered, and then I'm gonna switch up the gameplay and talk about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So Modern Warfare Remastered, I really like Modern Warfare Remastered, and I'm kind of sad I never got to play the original Call of Duty 4, because I feel like I would have had a lot of fun with it. But I also know that I would have had a lot of times and points that would have made me really, really mad, and that happens to me so much while I play Modern Warfare Remastered. Things make me so mad so quick for some reason. I just get fed up really quickly in Modern Warfare Remastered. But when I'm not mad, I'm having a lot of fun. Like some of the best fun I've had on any Call of Duty game. So it's like a very balanced scale in that aspect. I'm mad, but when I'm not mad, I'm having one of the best Call of Duty experiences to date. It is very fun, but it is very annoying. And then you have the aspect of the DLC weapons coming into the remastered game. The DLC weapons wouldn't really be that big of a problem if they weren't so good. The DLC weapons are easily some of the best weapons in the game now. I don't really use very many DLC weapons. When they come out, I get the ones I want, because I do play the game quite a bit. So when they come out, I get the one or two that I want. I use them a couple of times, and then I go right back to the original weapons, because the original weapons are a lot more fun to use, to me, than the DLC weapons. Don't get me wrong, if I'm talking competitive viability, if I was playing actually super try hard, I would never take an AK-47 over an XMLAR. The XMLAR does the same amount of damage, if not more, than the AK-47, and has way less visual recoil. It is so unbelievably easy to control. The only assault rifle I would think about taking over a DLC weapon is the M16, and that's because the M16 is one of the best, most viable weapons in Call of Duty, period, to me. The M16, COD 4's M16, is one of the greatest weapons in Call of Duty history. It is OP. And you know what I'm talking about. The FAMAS, amazing. The M16 and COD 4, amazing. Okay, that's just two examples of great guns that have come out in Call of Duty games. Guns that so many people use. How about the NV4 Infinite Warfare? The VMP Black Ops 3. The M8A1 or the M8A7 from Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2. The MSMC from Black Ops 2. Each Call of Duty has their iconic weapons, and their weapons that are just out of this world, some of the best weapons that we've ever seen, some of the most fun weapons to use. And the M16 is in that book, okay? The M16 is overpowered, but it is very fun to use. It is. And that's one of the things that ticks me off so much about Modern Warfare Remastered. When I'm not using an M16 and I get up against a good M16 player, it's terribleness. That's pretty much the only normal weapon I would think about taking over an XMLAR, a BOS 14, like those two assault rifles, and maybe even the Fang 45. But in my opinion, the MP5 is better than the Fang. So the Fang isn't too bad. Okay, the Fang just has increased fire rate, but the BOS, if you stack the stopping power with the extra damage out of the first 5 rounds, you can be killing people. You can be getting crazy amounts of damage in not that much time at all. And then pretty much after that, the DLC weapons is sometimes the game shows its age. You know, the game definitely shows its age. Like the maps being big and very complex. But this is not me saying this as a bad thing. I played Infinite Warfare for one of my videos yesterday, and I said in that video that I enjoy bigger, complex Call of Duty maps, and I really do. I honestly do. So some of the big maps in this game I actually like. I mean, Overgrown, people hate Overgrown. I think Overgrown is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but Broadcast, huge map. That's my favorite COD 4 map. It's colorful, it's bright, it's big, it's complex, it has top and bottom to 3 lanes. It has really cool peak spots. It has everything that I would want in a Call of Duty map. It's big, complex, multiple levels to lanes. I love it. So that's one thing I do like about this game. The older Call of Duty maps I enjoy. Sometimes they give you a more medium-paced, slower-paced gameplay. And a lot of people like super fast-paced Call of Duty. That's why there's actually a good percentage of, you know, people in the Call of Duty community that like jetpacks in Call of Duty. You know, they like jetpacks because it just makes the game that much more fast-paced and that much more, you know, enjoyable if you enjoy condensed arena-style maps. Like I said in my video, a lot of people like those condensed arena-style maps. So that's that's the maps. The DLC weapons are something about it. I like the maps. The DLC weapons I don't really like because they're so unbelievably good. The game kind of makes me mad with certain perks and weapons, but it is also very fun. It gives you that old school Call of Duty feel. So if you are an OG player, you're gonna like this game. But yeah, the connection on Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered is some of the best Call of Duty connection. It's nice. The time to kill is perfect. Time to kill, it reminds me of Ghost, honestly. And once again, this is something that's very opinionated, okay? If you don't like big maps, fast time to kill, you know, old school Call of Duty gameplay, you probably don't enjoy Modern Warfare Remastered at all. You probably enjoy the complete opposite, which is Infinite Warfare, other than the time to kill. The time to kill on Infinite Warfare is pretty on par with MWR. So that's another reason I like Infinite Warfare, but we're going to get to that later. The time to kill on Modern Warfare Remastered is perfect to me, especially with the perk system that goes on with MWR. It can be faster depending on if you're using stopping power, you're not using stopping power. The time to kill for the M16 is faster than probably any gun in the game, you know, taking into account that you're hitting all 3 shots out of the burst, or a sniper rifle, taking into account that you're hitting that shot, you're hitting them in upper chest or above, and you have stopping power. That's a very fast time to kill. But I'm talking about, like an MP5 with stopping power is probably like 2 or 3 bullets. An AK-47 with stopping power is definite 2 shots if you're hitting them from waist up, and maybe 3, maybe 4 without stopping power with the AK-47. I think this is perfect because the MP5 still can have a very high time to kill if I play with it in the right way, if I don't have stopping power. I actually have a sleight of hand MP5 class. When I play on maps like Shipment or I play on Vacant and I stay inside the very condensed area on Vacant, with the sleight of hand, steady aim, and bandolier, I have a lot of ammo. I can hip fire if somebody hits the corner, and I can reload quicker than most people because not a lot of people run sleight of hand. I can put people down just as quick if I had stopping power because of the range that I'm at. So I like the time to kill and how you actually have to take into account that your perks matter, your gun matters, your aim matters. Everything is just not as intuitive, and I like that. Normally, newer Call of Duty games are super intuitive. They take the approach of trying to appeal to a very large audience, so they try to, I don't want to say easy, but that's kind of what it is. The newer Call of Duty games are definitely easier, other than the aspect of jumping around with jetpacks. So that's really all I have to say about Modern Warfare Remastered. I like the time to kill and the way you have to actually take into account a lot of different things. I like the old school Call of Duty maps, the way the game feels and everything. It kind of makes me mad sometimes with some of the perk ideas like Last Stand. The M16, a really good M16 player, makes me pretty upset. That's pretty much it. I guess the only really thing I have to complain about, only other thing I have to complain about would be that I can only have 1 attachment on my gun, but that comes with the old school Call of Duty, and I can deal with it, so that's pretty much it for Modern Warfare. We are now on to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. We're going to do the same thing I did with MWR. We're starting with something that I do not like. Off the bat, I would rather play a boots on the ground game. So that's already, kind of making it to where, I'm inclined to hop on Modern Warfare Remastered because there is no advanced movement. But the positives about that advanced movement is that it is the best advanced movement variant that I've seen in a Call of Duty game. You might say that, well, Kyle, literally Black Ops 3 is the same thing. It's the same thing. Why you hating on Black Ops 3? You hate Black Ops 3, but you like Infinite Warfare. Why you like Infinite Warfare, but you don't like Black Ops 3? Well, here's the thing. Infinite Warfare is slightly toned down. Okay, and Infinite Warfare has a super fast time to kill. So if you're jumping around, I can still hit a couple of shots on you, depending on what gun I'm using. If I'm using something really good like an NV4, if I land 3-4 shots on you with the NV4 having a pretty moderate fire rate, I'm gonna put you down pretty quickly. So if you look at Black Ops 3, Black Ops 3 has a relatively long or fast, very inconsistent time to kill. Sometimes I'm killing people in 3-4 bullets. Sometimes I'm killing them in 6-7 bullets. I want to have consistency. Only certain guns in Black Ops 3 are very consistent, and those are the best guns in the game, like the VMP, the M8A7, Those are really the only ones that click on my mind, because those are like most of the time the most competitively viable weapons. But those two have very consistent times to kill, not taking in account that you might have a suppressor on it, or I don't know what else would really hinder the damage. Other than that, those are the only two guns that have a super consistent time to kill. Maybe the KN-44 if you're really good with it. But when I use things like the ICR, I never know when the ICR, like sometimes the ICR is super powerful. I have a red dot, maybe I'll run it with like a red dot, a foregrip, and quick draw, or maybe stock instead. And sometimes I'm killing people in 3-4 bullets. Sometimes I feel like the time to kill is okay, but then other times I feel like it's super inconsistent. Like sometimes I'll kill somebody in 3 or 4 bullets, right? Then I'll kill another person with 3 or 4 bullets. I'll kill another guy with 3 to 4 bullets, right? And I'll hit a corner. I'll hit 3 bullets to the upper chest on a guy. He doesn't die, and then I die. And I'm confused because it's like, what happened between those 3 kills that I was getting that fast time to kill on, and then that one? Maybe you could say, well, maybe his connection was bad. Maybe it's just the game connection. That's the next thing. Black Ops 3 has terrible connection. The connection, it's bad. It is bad. Infinite Warfare has nice connection, okay? Then you get supply drop DLC weapons in Black Ops 3. Now, I like Infinite Warfare because it took Black Ops 3 and made it better. If you take Black Ops 3, it has DLC weapons, right? Infinite Warfare also has DLC weapons. Or DLC variants, should I say. They also have weapons that you have to get out of supply drops, but they have common variants of them that are more common for you to get. Maybe you probably won't. If you do get the new DLC weapon, it might not be the epic variant of it. It might be the common variant of it. But you still got it. With Black Ops 3, there's no weapon variant. It's one gun, and it's one of the most rare things in the game. The odds of you getting it are very low, and even if you wanted an epic variant, you could buy it with scrap. You can't do that in Black Ops. Black Ops 3, it's just the weapon, and that's it. There's no scrap system like MWR Infinite Warfare to get the DLC weapons. It's, you open supply drops, either you get it or you don't. It's probably the worst variation of the supply drops that we've seen. Because even Advanced Warfare at one point started, each prestige you got, I'm pretty sure it was a random legendary weapon variant. There was, in every single other supply drop variant that we've had some other way of obtaining DLC supply drop weapon variants or supply drop weapons other than, spending your money or playing for crazy amounts of time until you got the weapon. But, we're coming to kind of an end here. So, which one did I enjoy more this year? It would have to be Modern Warfare Remastered. And here's why. The movement is not super appealing to me. It is better than Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare. It is the best futuristic setting Call of Duty that there is for me, at least in my eyes. But I would rather play Modern Warfare for the movement. The weapon variants are substantially harder to obtain than a normal supply drop DLC weapon on Modern Warfare Remastered. You know, scrap comes super quick on Modern Warfare Remastered, unlike scrap coming really slow for Infinite Warfare. So if I want one of those, epic weapon variants, I have to play for much longer or buy more supply drops than I would have to get a DLC weapon in Modern Warfare Remastered. And the campaign modes, Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 is, in my eyes, the best campaign that there is in any Call of Duty. So the single player for MWR 100% beats out the single player in Infinite Warfare. Pretty much they're night and day. Okay, if you love advanced movement, you're gonna like Infinite Warfare. If you like modern Call of Duty, fast-paced arena style condensed maps, fast time to kill, just in your face, action, throwing grenades, sliding, jumping, wall running, shooting, mowing guys down, you're gonna like Infinite Warfare a little better. Takes a little less thought. You can be on pretty much autopilot while playing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare if you've been playing Call of Duty for a while. Now, Modern Warfare Remastered, I've been playing Call of Duty for so long that I'm pretty much always on autopilot when I play Call of Duty. But I still gotta think about what I'm doing a little bit. You can tell, I gotta think about where I'm throwing my nades, where I'm throwing my smokes, where I'm throwing my flashes, especially during game modes like, search and destroy, hardpoint domination, objective game modes. Like, it just takes a little more thought, and the game, it takes a little more skill, should I say, because the game itself relies on your gun skill. You have no jetpack to bail you out of situations. You have no way of escaping. If you and an enemy stare each other down, if you catch eye contact with one of them, you both have guns. Whether he's got an M16, you've got a Scorpion, he's got a Desert Eagle, and you got an AK-47. It's your gun skill versus his gun skill, or her gun skill versus, I don't know, him, just trying to not get cussed out by the SJWs, okay? It's this person's gun skill versus the other person's gun skill, and whoever wins gets that gunfight. And with advanced movement, I feel like it takes away from the focus of sheer, aim and knowing your way around your gun and sheer gun skill, and adds to more of a movement-based gameplay. If you have better movement than another player and he has better gun skill, if you're just a little bit better with your gun than he is with his, but he's jumping and flying and Batman grapple hooking and all kinds of other stuff, he's probably gonna win that gunfight because he's shooting while he's grapple hooking, jumping, wall running, sliding, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna make things way harder for you than it is gonna make it for him. It's not like Titanfall. Titanfall, when you're wall running and grapple hooking, it's actually pretty difficult to pull off crazy shots. There's no sway or anything while you're wall running on Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3. It's even easier on Advanced Warfare to just jump up, quick scoping people, and all kinds of other stuff. The game itself, I feel like, relies on actual gun skill, and I feel like when I die to someone, they're better when I die to them. I feel like their gun skill just might have been better than mine. I'm still gonna be salty, but I have really no excuses unless they're head peeking or something like that, which actually goes on a lot. But Modern Warfare Remastered for me is a much more enjoyable experience, especially playing with my friends. I have some search and destroy, search and destroy comeback gameplay that actually showed up in this video. Like, some of it actually showed up in this video. Maybe Probably a lot of it, but I'm gonna show it to you guys with the
Yeah, it
mics
takes
and
2 shots to
everything,
kill
higher
someone.
quality either today or
Oh
tomorrow.
my goodness.
But
Why is he using
pretty
the
much
little
it for today,
Habibi?
guys.
Look at his little Habibi character.
Peace
You
out.
see the dude with the little turban? He got a turban.
I do.
No, guys, don't
Oh
go
my
for
God,
A. Just
I
go
know.
all the way straight to the middle and just.